Hey guys, welcome to another video. This time we're playing the same world, and we're gonna build. It's kind of late when I'm recording this one, so not talking as loud. But yeah, welcome to the video. You guys are having a good day or a good night, whenever it is you're watching this. If you're watching this, um, and I think with these videos, I'm just gonna go for a bit longer. I'm gonna turn these into long plays rather than plays, and also I'm gonna tune down the editing. If there's any at all, probably just some cuts and stuff. Because I would like to edit a video, 'cause it's just shorter and I can put more editing in. Because I edited them for like a long time and no one really watches. Like my watch time on my other videos is about 6 minutes. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we're not gonna mine. We're gonna go ahead and leave our hall. Well, actually, yeah, we're gonna keep mining. This is just a chill kind of video. This is something if like you want to go to bed, you're falling asleep, just turn this on in the background and enjoy. Or watch, These are just very chill videos. I didn't want to put more editing into these, but like I said, if I'm going to record about 2 to 3 hours of footage, I'm tired of editing that. I want them to be longer so I could do more, because I plan on playing on this world a lot. I think I'm gonna change these from let's plays to long plays. Yeah. So in this episode, we're gonna be mining a little bit more. We're gonna leave the cave. We're gonna build a base. I've been saying that for a while, but that's really what I want to get into. I feel like that's what people see too, is like the builds. That's my favorite part of the game too. It's the building part. Like I said, I love to have like a little compound. It's cool to have just like to run around on. Just talk about and just show off. That's what this game is about, right? Creativity. Right now, it's just more resources. Honestly, just trying to find diamonds, but if I don't, and then if you're like enjoying these videos, or you have any suggestions on what I should do, leave them in the comments. Love to hear people's feedback. Because an aspiring YouTuber, I feel like a lot of people watch this stuff and it's kind of boring. I think just because I haven't found my voice yet in content creation. But also, these videos are just meant for fun. Well, they're so laid back. And I plan on doing this at something higher, edited in the future. Oh yeah, one thing too I'm gonna cut out is like mining and stuff and like cutting down trees, because I don't know if that's what people. I'm just keeping this in. Because I don't know. Find some diamonds. But I don't think we'll just stay in here for a little bit longer, and then if not, we don't find. Whoa! Whoa! If I don't find anything, we'll just head back. We'll start building the base. I'm gonna cut out like the digging and all that kind of stuff. But the building I'll keep. Damn, the witch dropped her stash. A little bit of coke right there. Yeah, it's fine. I need diamonds in here. I've been watching a lot of stuff, and honestly, what inspired me to make these is just like the Let's Plays I watched as a kid. They didn't have that much editing of them playing the game, but these also like aren't like that. This is just a very chill playthrough. I will put my editing dreams, I guess, somewhere into another video. It is late when I'm recording that. I'm not that much talking. My voice is a little bit quieter. Not really seeing any. Oh, right there. Almost missed him. but I really miss old YouTube. Let's say now it's just too. It just feels like someone's always trying to sell you something. And that really feels genuine. Like, I know there's people making genuine content. I don't think there's anything wrong with money off your content. But I feel like there's less people who are just making genuine stuff. Most people just want to do it from. But I do like when I find like a small channel that really puts a lot of effort into videos. Very heartwarming. Not everybody has the budget like to hire an editor, you know, most time they're just doing everything themselves. And there's a lot, I find a lot of charm and stuff. Someone else is creating, putting their heart into it. I just feel like it means more. Time is valuable, not we don't have a lot. When someone puts their time and effort into something, I like it. You know, not everything everyone creates is gonna be good. But that's just, I just like people that want to create and make something, put something out into this world. And when it's genuine too, when it's not just like slop. I've been watching a lot of YouTube lives and like, a lot of people just sit there. Or like don't show their face, or they don't have any energy. Or they're not even talking about anything interesting. But the people that are, I like them. I guess you could say the same thing about these videos. Just talking and playing Minecraft. It's just something to do, you know? Come on. Oh, look at this. I got 5 diamonds. I really don't think I'm gonna stay in here too much longer. I think what I might do though is grab some obsidian for later when I want to build another portal. I really don't want to have to come all the way back down here for that. Let's go ahead. Diamond pickaxe. Mine some obsidian. I need about 12 pieces to build a portal. I really do want to create some. I don't know, I just dip these, I just dip my toes into it. I don't know, have you ever watched people's YouTube channels? They made a lot of stuff before they made something like really good. And unless they were like a film person or did YouTube before. A lot of people have their old videos up and it's just very amateur. And I really find a charm to that. I was listening to old like Minecraft music videos. They were so good, they're so simple back then. What was the one? It was the, I think it's the Yogg's Cast. Like an old Minecraft. I don't know if they did other stuff, but I remember them for Minecraft. Typically their parodies. And they made the one like what's called We're Gonna Living in the Nether. So catchy. We're moving to the Nether. We're moving to the Nether. We're moving to the Nether. It's deep underground. What was beneath the bedrock? So don't dig straight down. You'll regret that. Just the music's very catchy back then. A lot of it was like art too, the music videos. There was the one, what was it called? I used to rule the land. That one. You guys know what I'm talking about? Awesome. It was just so beautiful. And the animations back then looked really nice. I wonder too, I wonder where those people are now. I wonder if they're still making animations. making Minecraft animations, or if they work for like a studio or something. A lot of them should. There's a lot of talent back then. I would hope to create something like that. It just takes time. Let me try. I think too, like I said, my other one, just getting it out there. That's what these are. These are just me getting it out there, you know. Are they the highest quality videos or the nicest edited? No. I just wanted to start being a content creator. I think it's cool to share stuff with people. And I think it's cool to be a part of like a little community. I remember like I used to follow a lot of Newgrounds animators. Mainly their YouTube stuff. I would never go to Newgrounds because that was a little bit before my time. But I don't know, I love their animations, I love their community. I love that kind of like sense of community they had. They always like were doing collabs with people. Like that was a big thing on Newgrounds. And everybody kind of knew each other, and they would like supply voices and backgrounds and like just like support animation, you know. I think that's cool to have like a little community of people that like something you like, and you could like bond over it. We're gonna, oh, I don't know, maybe I should grab a little more because I want to build a chanting table too. Music, it's so like beautiful, it's so peaceful. What's new in my life? I'm kind of old, but I am getting my driver's license. I don't know if you could relate to that. Like I've had a car for a while. It's just been hard like practicing because I've never had like a car before, even as a family. Like when I was a kid, my mom didn't really have a car, and I just never like could drive, you know. But I finally have my own. That's gonna be exciting. I don't know, it's like kind of fun to drive. Like at first it's really scary, but then after you get used to it, like it's kind of fun, and it's like cool, like the freedom you have to just go wherever you want, whenever you want. And it really opens up your world for like job opportunities. Like sometimes you're just limited to like on where you could go, you know. I used to have to ride the bus, and honestly, the public bus isn't. Like you just be sitting there, you have like homeless people sleeping, or like someone bring a bunch of shit on the bus, or someone be playing like a speaker super loud. Or sometimes you'd have to wait out in the snow for the bus, and that was always the worst. But it gets better. You just have to try. Once you give up, that's when it gets worse. That's kind of why I made this channel too. Like, I don't want to give up on it. When I was a kid, like, I did have a YouTube channel. I was about, probably like a teenager, like 15, 16, maybe younger. I really wanted to do YouTube commentary. I thought it was funny, you know, now that I look back on it. Some of it's a little cringe. You know, some of it's really cool. Some just like straight up bad content. But it was inspiring to me. And there were generally some good commentary creators that have like huge careers now. And I think of their videos, like they just started making the shitty like commentary content, right? And just whatever, making fun of someone. And then it grows into something else because they want to grow as a creator. So I'm hoping with this. Keep repeating myself, but it's just so hard because like, what do you talk about? And I'm really passionate about this. I really like doing new stuff. But for a while, like I was in a deep depression. And just realizing that, you know, life is a gift. You have to keep moving forward or you will get left behind. Oh, no. You will get left behind. Not in like a cynical way, but just the world will keep moving, and if you don't move without it, you'll be stuck. And it'll just be harder to do anything. Also, things really aren't that bad. Like, I would say one thing that really helped me get out of that depression was just quitting weed. Like, it, where I'm from, it's legalized. I used to smoke weed a lot when I was a teenager, and it was like fine back then, you know? It was kind of fun. Like, you had no responsibilities and you felt like life was endless. But as you get older, you kind of realize that no, it's not fun, and it does ruin your focus. And for some people, it doesn't. Like, I feel like if you're a go-getter and you have like a race car brain that just like is always going like 1,000 miles per minute, you're always trying to do something. But if you're just like a normal person, it can just be very detrimental. It just ruins your ambition. And even like the stuff I was smoking, it wasn't even weed, it was carts, it was concentrate, so it was like way stronger. I'd literally hit it and it would just like eat it my entire day. And it wasn't fun. Because there's stuff I want to do. I want a life, I want to complete goals, I want to have a family, I want something out of this life. You know, I was only given one. But I've only, you know, I've recently stopped smoking. But I do feel a lot better. I was so scared at first to quit because I was like, man, things aren't going to be fun. But honestly, I just act more or less the same. My personality really hasn't changed all that much. I don't feel like different at all. The only thing that feels different is like I don't feel so stuck or like lightheaded. Like I don't feel so just no ambition. Like now I want a career. Now I want to make these videos. Like, and I realize like life's a gift. You're only given one. You could be cynical about it and be hateful about it. Sure, sometimes it sucks. As long as you just keep moving forward, you'll be okay. Things will get left in the past and you'll be able to build a future. I see a lot of like these YouTube videos too, they're always giving advice. I just feel like there's such an overload of advice of people telling you different things. I feel like sometimes it's detrimental because it can make you feel like claustrophobic. I really do feel like the truth is just keep going. As long as you're trying to complete something in life and you're trying to find some type of, like, as long as you're gaining skills, you have a goal. You're not spending all your time on the internet, seeing what other people are doing, and you're just present in the moment of your day-to-day. You'll be happy. Life isn't about, like, always being happy all the time. I would say it's more just being content on your goals, and the life that you have, and just wanting more. You could always have more. It's just the reason I started working out too. Honestly, really fun, and I feel like it's one of the easiest ways to make progress on something that's not a video game, and something that you could progress that's beneficial to you and your health and your body and your well-being. Same thing with like cleaning up your diet. Like when I would eat fast food a lot, it would not only would it make me sick like the grease, but I would just never feel full, you know? And now that I've switched to like whole foods, I just feel a lot better. I have more energy, feel more satisfied with my meals. I just feel like my overall energy is better. Same thing with sleep. Like when I'd smoke weed, when I'd smoke the carts, they started giving me like a pseudo asthma, right? So I wouldn't be able to breathe when I would sleep. And now, you know, if I don't have it, it's gone. So it would suck waking up every 3 to 4 hours, you know, and then just having trouble going back to sleep. And now I don't have that. I could sleep through the night just fine. I could feel just more comfortable. I don't think that sucks though when you're quitting weed is like the withdrawals. They mess up your sleep for a long time. Because I quit weed before. I didn't smoke for about 4 years. And it became legal where I was, and me and my brother got some carts. And I smoked for about, I'd say, a year and a half. And I realized it wasn't for me, like, anymore. It is fun when you're a teenager, but because you don't have the responsibilities that you do as an adult. And you're just kind of like drifting through life too. You feel like you're gonna be young forever. That there's never gonna be like consequences for the things you do. But as you get older, you don't want to be seen as like a teenager and want to be seen as an adult. That's actually accomplished something in life. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I feel like some people have really positive experiences with weed, but just not me. It's not for me. It just did me a lot worse than good. Look at this guy hiding. He thinks he's slick. But I saw another video. It was like a YouTube short, and it was like that old meme of like the guy opening his window. He's like, "What's going on here?" And it's like a skeleton. And like, I loved how simple it was back then. I think things have changed too. Like, I think like the platforms are just different. Like, people use TikTok and Instagram and stuff. And content's just gotten shorter. I don't really like short form content. Like, same thing with that kind. I used to use Instagram a lot. Oh, damn. I used to use Instagram a lot. And like, it's cool at first, but like then the algorithm just shows you stuff that you don't want to see and just like makes you feel worse about yourself. Because first it just be like, I don't know, like cool stuff that you enjoy, whatever that may be. And it just turns into like doom scrolling, which is just you scrolling mindlessly and just seeing stuff like you don't even care about. It honestly just makes you feel worse. You're just spending so much time on there, and like I said, it made me realize too that like there's a world out there that I'm just living vicariously through in these apps. And it's like I could do stuff, you know. A lot of the like one of the phrases I really like is "Why not me?" It's like, yeah, why not you? I think like I had a lot of self-esteem issues too, and the, the way that like you feel, uh, I would say like not inferior to people, but just like you're missing out on a lot, or like you're not as good as someone because they're doing like this or whatever. But it's like I could do that. Anybody could. There's nothing stopping me. I'm not sick. I don't have any like disability, and you know the life is my oyster. I feel like a lot of the time too, it's like talking about a crisis, like employment crisis. You know, things are just getting worse. That's true. That's like you just gotta fight through it. You gotta figure out ways to make more money, or try different things, or just adapt. Like that's what humans have been doing all these years. We've just been adapting. I think it's another time to adapt. And like I said, I always see a lot of advice videos, and they're always talking about like missing out on this. Gen Z's having this crisis. Everyone's having some type of crisis. And I think some of them are informative. And I think some of them are useful. And I think they should be useful in the ways like, oh, this is happening, you know? Just like, or maybe not like stay informed, but to be like, wow, this is what's going on. So why people feel this way. But I try not to watch a lot of them. Because it could just become depressing like very quickly. And make you feel like, damn, like, what's the point? But there's a point. Things will get better. You just have to try to. You just have to keep going. That's what I've realized too. Thing in life is easy. It's worthwhile. And you have to not be so cynical towards it. Like I'm very cynical towards life and like relationships with people and just all kinds of stuff. I think it's like just making life so complicated when it's not. I would think like there are complicated situations in life, but most of the time you should try and keep it as simple as possible. You'll drive yourself crazy and get answers. How much iron? Just almost done lost. I don't know, but who am I? And I don't really like those videos. I don't want to become one of those, but I'm just talking. I just think there's such an overload of information from so many different sources, and I don't think humans you weren't meant to have anything like that. So many people telling you so many different things. But I think you should just be present in your life and not in a backseat too. That'll just make things worse. You always just feel like you're not there. Even if you have a shitty job, like, you could change careers. Because you could do something with your life. You could make more money. You just have to be willing to go out of your comfort zone. I'm saying all this, I'm a very, like, introverted kind of guy. But I also, like, do like being around people. I don't have, like, a problem, like, talking to people or anything like that. I'd say I'm pretty friendly. I wouldn't say outgoing, but I'm pretty friendly to people. Not, like, weird. Or, like, super, like, self-conscious about talking to people or anything like that. But, like, socializing could be hard, too. And more for me, it's just, like, the fear of, like, starting a relationship with that person. Not, like, in a romantic way, just anybody, just, like, a general speaking to someone. I used to, like, feel always judged, but I think you just be yourself. I think you should just really get comfortable with being yourself and that a lot of the time, like, the way you act, it isn't, like, don't see it as, like, weird or I'm this or whatever. It's just who you are. And no one's perfect. And everybody's different. And everybody have their strengths, everybody has their flaws. And like I said, life is just really about being present. When I was smoking weed a lot of the time, like, I just would disassociate and try to feel like I wasn't even alive, and I just, like, sit and get really high and watch YouTube videos and stuff, and just, like, stuff to distract my mind when everything else was just falling apart around me. And that is not the way to live. And once you're present too, like, that's good. Well, like, I don't know, you could have the shitty situation. I'd say, like, one thing too is just don't get addicted to drugs of any type. Like, if you're an alcoholic, you just smoke weed. You're not a, like, you can't function if, like, it's making you just lose ambition, not feel like anything. You should stop. Isn't like a preachy, like I'm against any, like, drugs or anything like that, or just having a drink. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think once you're using it to escape reality, to, like, numb some kind of pain, your life's just gonna get worse. And it's never gonna make you happy. Because like I said, weed would just ruin my ability to function. I used to have a job as just like a normal saute chef at, like, a restaurant. And the work was so, like, mind numbing, like I just get high, right, and function or whatever, but barely. And now, like, that I'm not smoking, I'm like, I could do so much more. But it was holding me, like, it increases, like, a fear in your mind and doubt and, like, anxiety. You always feel like, oh, what if I can't do this, or what about this, or what about that? It's like, just try it. Like, it won't kill you. I mean that, like, really literally, like, you know the phrase, if it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. It's kind of the same thing. Like, it's not gonna kill you to go out, hang out with your coworkers. It's not gonna kill you. You try that new thing. It's not gonna kill you to eat healthier. It's not gonna kill you to change an aspect of your life or do something small. And you'll know if you like it or you don't like it. I think people are scared of judgment, but I feel like people, I don't know, especially now, are less judgmental. And if they are, like, who cares? Sometimes life isn't about other people, it's about you and what you want to do and what you want to put out into the world. I think fear, like, is kind of a good thing. Like, not, it's scary to try new things, but just do it. I think a lot of times that people like are scared of coming off as like weird or whatever, or like they're not gonna say the right thing, but who does? And once you do it too, like you're just like, wow, I did it. It wasn't that bad. Like, that's a lot of the things I get from something or when I do something. Or even if something is like embarrassing, like it still showed that you're just yourself. You were being real, you were being honest. You do something a little goofy or a little silly, not say the right thing. That's okay. That's you. That's not some fake, artificial thing you're trying to turn on or keep or show to the world. I think everybody has their masks, and I don't think that's a bad thing, you know? I think in some places there are things you can't say or shouldn't say. But like most of the time, things are just low stake, you know? They shouldn't be overthought. I say it is kind of scary growing up in this time. Especially like when you're in your 20s, like what do you want to do with your life? It's something I want to find out like quick. I don't know, I don't have much time. Like it feels like you have time, but it's just running out. That the longer you sit and decide and don't do anything, like it's just gonna keep getting time's gonna just keep getting shorter and shorter. But I don't know, those topics kind of depressing. And I don't try to think about it. I really just try to think about what I want to do for my life and just getting things done and just doing. I think a lot of time, I feel like a lot of people just don't accept themselves for who they are. I think the age of social media, everything seems so affected. And you just see like personas of people. And even in real life, you have like low self-esteem, you know, you could see all these people doing good or perceive like they're doing better than you. But everyone struggles and everyone's different. And everyone has problems. Literally no one's perfect. The hot girl with big titties, you fucking have a crush on. Why is a hemorrhoid? A disgusting fucking bunch of hemorrhoids looks like a bunch of grapes. Kidding. But no one's perfect. I feel like I said, it's just adapt. Adapt. What humans have been doing for 1,000 years. You can make your situation better. You're just gonna have to work harder for it. Or try something different. But I really just try to keep a positive outlook on life. For a long time, I just hated it. Felt like, what's the point in trying to do better? Or what's the point in trying to try? Because you'll get nowhere. I mean, that's really not what it's about. Just about doing. Yeah, that was my little spiel. That's what's going on in my life. Let's get back to Minecraft. I don't like these talks. They remind me, I don't know if you guys ever had that, but I'll be up at late night. Like, it'd be late night. You'd be with your friends, you just have some deep conversation when you were like a teenager. I like that vibe. And I miss those times with my friends. I let them have jobs. They don't play games as much. And me. I don't play video games as much. They do feel less enjoyable, but it's more like the time constraints, really. In a lot of games, it takes time for you to ease into them and get cozy. But as you get older, I kind of just want to get in. That's why I appreciate things like Call of Duty or something you just jump into, have a quick couple games. I'm not really Call of Duty now. I think the last one I played was 6. And the reason my friend got it is because like I was like, I haven't got a COD in years. And it looks like BO1. It just looked really like appealing. It looked like an older COD, kind of like those were the ones I grew up with. Modern Warfare 3, BO1, and BO2. And it just kind of gave me that same vibe. I played it for a while and it was fun, but it just didn't hit the same. I think it was the zombies too. Like me and my friends would play zombies a lot. I really don't think anything's ever gonna beat Call of Duty Black Ops 3 zombies ever. I think that's when zombies peaked, and I think that's where it's always gonna peak. Because I liked Black Ops 6 zombies. I had fun with it. Me and my friend we were trying to do all the Easter eggs. Like we were like, oh, let's, like we make plans like let's do all the Easter eggs. And like life gets in the way, and also like he just fall out of love with the game. But me and him, I think we did like the first three. They're really fun. They were really. The first one was like the lab. I kind of liked that. And I liked the vibe of that. And you fight like the Kraken, that's the boss. And then we did Citadel de Mor, which was like the castle one, which I always love like medieval settings and like stuff like that. And then there's one before that. I think it was Liberty, the Liberty like city. I don't know, I forget. That game was like, it was fun, but it's just really forgettable. I was gonna do camo grinds, like I wanted to get gold. Or was it diamond? I think diamond for all of them. I want to get all the camos, but like I said, you just fall like out of love with the game. I think one thing that ruined it too was skill-based matchmaking. Oh nice, no diamonds. I think the fun part about COD was like you didn't know what kind of match you're gonna get. You can get a match where like everyone's really bad, and if you're just like, even if you're just like a normal like casual person like I am, I don't play it super hardcore or anything like that. But I feel like you could just jump in a game. Right out of coal. You could just jump in a game and have fun and not like think about it too much and like drop a bunch of kills and just have a good game. Oh. And I think that was like the fun part. You just have a really good game and just keep having those. But now, like if you're too good, you're gonna get put up against like sweats that have been playing for hours and hours. Like just never get off the game. It just makes it less fun. It's like, well, cool. I just spent, I don't know. And then you lose. Like it's just a cycle. You lose in that match, and then you get put to another one. Have a good game. Get put into games that are like way too, like sweat, and it just repeats. It ruins the fun. And I get why they did it for like new people, but like, or like casuals, but it's like, who cares? Why do like certain groups of people always need to be catered to in games? And then it's like they're not gonna stick around to play it. Like every new Call of Duty gets released every year. I feel like it's more the hardcore players that are like super into it that are gonna play it more, right? And the casuals are gonna pick it up on like sale, or like, not play it as much like I did. I don't know, I really liked Call of Duty, especially zombies. Like it was a big part of my childhood. I loved the zombies. I left those diamonds behind. I'm getting so into my topics that I can't. I'm just missing like diamonds. No, everybody hopes for in this game to find some diamonds. I think we'll return to the surface. And I just had a really good mining trip. This is way better than last time. And I think my talking's a lot smoother. Like at first it's kind of uncomfortable, but as soon as you get into it, like just I go with the flow. But I love zombies YouTubers back then. Mr. T-Lex, he was always my favorite. I remember there was the Smith Plays, Mr. Darlick, JD, Noah J 456. I already said Mr. T-Lexify. Oh, Mr. Raffle Waffles, I always watched his guides. Yeah, seemed like a sweet guy. And there's a couple more, like, can't really think off the top of my head right now. I remember how big they were. I remember too, like, zombies was kind of a niche thing. Then it blows up and, like, everybody wants a piece of the pie. And then it dies out, like it did now. It just sucks, because I feel like some people would just buy Call of Duty games for the zombies, not just the multiplayer. It was like a cool experience. I always felt too like the games like had more put into them. Now I think it's like they kind of half-assed it. They half-assed it, and then they just like add DLC skins. Like that's the big thing now. It's kind of crazy to think about because I think about what DLC used to be. I remember in Black Ops 2 you could buy like a pack of skins for guns, and it was really like $2. And this was like microtransactions and that kind of stuff were like fairly new. And it would just be like a simple skin pack for some guns that you could buy. And now it's like $13 or like maybe more. Like I never really bought any skins for the game because I don't know. I think it's more for kids. Like that stuff kind of wears off. Like when I was a kid, I always wanted like for this game, they had texture packs. I don't know why I thought they were so cool, but I always like wanted different ones. But I had a couple of them. I had the plastic one, the city one, the natural one, and the candy one. I think that's almost all of them. I had a lot of them. But like stuff like that. And I think when you're a kid too, you want more. Like even the skin packs for this game. I remember that was a big thing. The skin packs. You're always like, oh, I want a cool custom skin. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't really matter. You just enjoy the game the same. But Minecraft's crazy now. Like there's paid mods. Like I never thought I would see Minecraft having paid mods on console. I'm not gonna lie. When I played on the Bedrock version on my PlayStation 4, I bought some mods because I thought that was really cool. That's why I didn't have a PC. I was like, wow, they added mods to this game. Like it's crazy to see that. Like when you're a kid and all you had is the console version, you'd see all these like YouTubers with like adult money at PCs. They had like all these mods and all this like crazy stuff. You're like, I could do that now. But then like, I don't know, I got my own PC. Novelty just wears off, and honestly think it's kind of stupid that you have to pay for mods. I think the fun thing about mods is that they're created by people for free most of the time. Maybe there's like some Patreon paywalls, you know, some people want to get paid, because I know they do that for like Black Ops 3. Some people do that for like the Black Ops 3 maps. They made like a remake of Die Rise, and I know you could pay to the Patreon and play it early and stuff like that. But I think most like the coolest thing. Whoa, this guy could really mess up my day. I think the coolest thing about mods is that it's someone like put their time into it and just did it for free and just did it because they had passion for something. That's cool. They weren't like, oh, I'm gonna get recognized for this, or I'm just doing this for some type of money. Sometimes there's no monetary gain. People just enjoy the thing you created. I don't know, I just really like when people. I feel like a lot of people are more like than we think. Like I did say, you can't be too naively optimistic. I think you could tell too, like, if someone's a bad person, I feel like you could tell. You can like, I don't like this about them, or what they're doing is like weird and it doesn't mesh with me. Oh god, there's two of them. Like these little cuties. The creeper couple. Bad, they're dead. I should really collect this gun. Okay, my inventory's starting to fill up. I think it's time. I have a lot of iron. Like now I'm just looking for like for diamonds, you know. I'm just enjoying talking, but already about almost an hour into this recording, so let's just go ahead and head up. Let's see, I have 18 diamonds plus the 4 I got in the beginning. So we could have some fun with that. Alright, create enchanting table. Yeah, we have all this obsidian. Like I said, I think I'm gonna make a big portal. My thing with like nether portals is I always wanted to I thought it was like always a cool idea to have it like breaking through into the other world. Or I watched this one guy and he had like a laboratory, kind of like a futuristic base. And he had it kind of like that movie. He had like a Stargate, so like it was like in this big metal contraption. It looked like all sci-fi. Other alternative way out. And it just looked like that. I think that stuff's kind of cool too. Or like, I don't know, there's so many cool ideas you do with the portal, or like when nature, like it's overgrown. Like that There was like this ancient portal. It's just been open for so many years that nature just overtaken it. I don't know, maybe I'll do a couple of them. Because I would like to do like some type of nether build. But in this game, like, the nether's limited, right? That means so are its resources, like glowstone and um from this one, and like just I guess now that they had that update, uh netherite and nether gold, but mainly like glowstone. I really like it as a building block, and there's not too many light sources in this game. There are sea lanterns, which does look really sick. I don't know, I think they're underrated. Like, I used to kind of hate the way they looked, but I think now I could appreciate them. But my block of choice for light were usually like the shroom blocks. I always thought so cool. And I know they added what are they called? The frog lights. I never used those too much though because they're kind of hard to get. You had to feed a magma cube, like a little one, to a frog. And there was different colored ones for like different biome frogs. Like, you can get purple, green, and yellow, I think. But you had to have different frogs. So there was like a white frog, a green frog, and a brown frog. And each of them gave a different light. There's just a lot of effort. And my biggest thing was Minecraft. I get the 2 week phase where I'd like build the world, and my favorite thing to do was just like build a cool little area like around my base. And then I kind of just get bored of it because I just didn't really see the point. And with these, I'm hoping to negate that because I could share it with people, you know? And I could also like look back and be like, oh hey, like, remember when this happened, or remember when I built this? And I could look at it fondly. And I want this world to be special. Because I would like to build a fan base off of it. I think it's kind of hard because, like, it's oversaturated. You know, you have to have personality. Like I said, also, you know, this is just for fun. I don't really expect to get big, or I'm not doing anything different, or these aren't interesting. These are just to feel like you having those old, like, cozy talks with a friend, discussing your future and your life. I really miss that. Like, even my YouTube name, both of them, it's just my old Xbox 360 gamer tag. Like, when I first got my Xbox 360, I was so little. I didn't even know how to like use the internet or anything. I was like a little baby. Maybe like, no, younger than that. Maybe like 8 or 9. I remember to create the account, I had to use my mom's email. It's funny to think about now because I went back and I was trying to get into that account to change something because, or no, to get into it because I was trying to switch my Xbox 360 profile to another Xbox 360, right, and sign into it because I modded it, right, and I just wanted to have that profile because it also has like a lot of nostalgia to it. But anyways, it's just really funny how I was so little I couldn't even make my own email. I had to have use my mom's to like set it up. And it was funny too because this was like kind of first when like that was new to us because I'm from like a small city, and we didn't really have anything like that. And it was just funny, my mom trying to set it up for me. But it did, and I had a lot of good memories on there. As Wombly or Chin461. And I modded it recently too, because I want to do some videos on there too. I really just wanted to relive some nostalgia, and I really like jailbreaking consoles and stuff. I think it's cool to like unlock something's full potential and have it do stuff it was never meant to do. Plus, I just love old technology like that. I love the look and the feel and how it felt so futuristic. And I kind of like that style too. Like, I think it's called Fugio. And it was kind of like that 2000s, like if you ever watched the old iPod commercials, it was kind of that kind of style. And, or like even like desktops and stuff, they always had like the water and the cities and like the bubbles, like the fish and stuff. And I liked it because it made the future seem more bright. But now I feel like a lot of time the future's always like the future's always dystopian and like horrible and just always shown and depicted as like this hellscape, which I imagine it will be, but I just enjoyed that style because it made the future seem like bright and hopeful and not this dark dystopia where everything's industrialized and everything's so simple. It made everything feel like bubbly and like that the future was this new thing, like it was gonna be like innovative and amazing and kind of kind of how would I put this in a way like brand like what is it? Not brand new, but just fresh. Like the future was bright and not dark like it is now. Like I don't know if you ever watched the show called Black Mirror. It always just depicts like the future as like this hellscape, which I imagine it will be. Like just everything is like on your phone, everything's not personal, everything's just so dark and bleak. Is this my house? That's cool. Look, I came right back here. I don't expect that to happen. But I don't know, I just like how it just displayed the future as bright and hopeful. And just like mysterious and weird. And that technology wasn't just gonna be like this plugged in thing, that it was gonna be so vast. Yeah. This is how we're gonna, I don't know, but I think it's called Figaro Era. I don't know how to really say it. I really like that style. It made the future seem bright. And I like the future. Once you lose hope, you really have, you know? So let's... I don't have a map, I forgot. Okay, now we're gonna find the place where I built, or I was gonna build. Okay, so let's try to retrace my steps. Cross the water. Here. Okay, so this is where I entered this place. Also, like, I don't want to have dead air, you know? Maybe that's what people need, like a second to breathe. Like I said, I'm gonna be talking for a while, and I don't want my voice to be, like, annoying. I just want people to lay back, close their eyes, just feel that feeling of late weekend night with that one friend you had. You're just talking about stuff you think is deep. Talking about the future. Because it was so... Not even the future, just stuff that's going on. Like if you a crush, or like you broke up, or like you're having family problems, or I don't know, just really anything. So here we go. Right here is where I wanted to build. Look at this little valley. Ah, this feels very, I don't know, it just feels so cozy. Oh yeah, look, there's even a pressure plate. What's this? This is the stuff I threw in the beginning and never despawned. That's weird. Yeah, let's do this. I'm going to drop chest right here. Right here. Drop a craft table. And let's drop the first I'm gonna move everything. But if you're still here and you're in the middle of the video, you know, leave a comment. Just say anything, even just type hi. What I found out is what comments do is they just like spread the video. I always think it's tacky when people ask for comments, but you don't have to. Like I watched this one guy, his name's Wow Man. He's kind of like a horror YouTuber. I really like this guy. He's like seems really nice. He's very charming. He's always saying like leave a like and a comment and just say hi. It helps to spread the video. Sometimes I would just put hi or just say hi. Oh, I thought that was a turtle. There's a lot of drowned here. This long video. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut like the digging part. I'll come back when I have the materials and stuff. Even just like mining and stuff, like I said, I don't want to put that in the video. I think that's just kind of boring. And you're just like, what is this? I want to see something. Maybe some people like that, I don't know. Remember, me and my friends would make Minecraft worlds. And I like to build, and I have other friends who just literally just make these huge mines. Like, you just go down to the diamond level. He'd make like these massive tunnels. And it's funny too, because he's digging a bunch of directions and just get lost. And then we'd like go down there to find him and we couldn't. I don't know, just good times. Just nostalgia. Nostalgia's kind of a funny thing too, because like sometimes when I really think about it, it is just nostalgia, you know. I don't really think I'd want to live through those times again. Let's go ahead and take this. I remember when I was like, I was such an edgelord. And like whatever you think a 2010 to like 2018, maybe before, like after that, funny, like edgelord. Like I said back then, Filthy Frank, iDubbbz, Max Muffo, those were the top three guys I would watch. And they were just really just do some gross stuff. But I still enjoy their videos. Maybe the person I am today. I remember too, like unregistered internet access back then was crazy. Cause you could just go to like whatever. Like I remember shock sites and shock images and shit was a big thing. Like I remember in like maybe it was like sixth grade, fifth grade. This kid came to school with like a flip phone, and it had Two Girls, One Cup on it. Have you ever seen that video? It's really nasty, like really just dirty. And sorry, grab some water. And I just remember like it was like 7 in the morning, and everybody just gathered on the bleachers in like the gymnasium. That's the way to have lunch. Like we have like our lunchroom. We just use like the gym. I remember everyone was like gathering. I was like, "What's going on?" And I just remember like going up there and just seeing that video. And it was funny because it was on a flip phone, so you can imagine the quality was like 240p. It was just so funny to think about that. Like walking into school at like 7 in the morning and watching Two Girls, One Cup. Like this little dent right here from my bed. Yeah, let's put all these materials away. And let's see, let's get the furnaces out of here. This music's so nice, so like hopeful, joyful, joy maxing, hope maxing. Need a lot more of that. Bunch of these. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 and 12 stacks of iron. That was 2 stacks of gold. Not enough coal though. That's okay. I'm gonna title this one I don't know. What about the base? This. Not have enough. Yeah, whatever I left behind. Is this black wool? Fog. Just makes it so spooky. Oops, I didn't mean Resident Evil. Or not Resident Evil, Silent Hill. But yeah, this one I'm probably gonna cut out. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. Ready? Bam. Hey, I'm back. Lined everything out. Leaves are still decaying. This version's kind of slow, but got that all done. And I've gathered some wood for the base. Now I'm gonna need a shovel. Honestly, clearing this place out and gathering all the resources to build it, that took a long time. But I think I'm gonna build like a circle. Then I'm gonna have it 3 blocks from the surface, and then the top's gonna be glass, and then I'm gonna make it like water. I think I'm gonna surround it with sugar cane. That's why I have this planted here. Okay. That's what we're gonna do now. Cool. Let me figure out. I think let's start it here. But this is a place marker. 3. And then that is one of kind of a reference here. Get everything right. This and this, and then five. Shape it. 1, 2. Go. Okay. This is what I'm gonna do, so I might just time lapse through this. But yeah, let's do that. with me again. Just gonna do another cut. Watch, ready? Watch this. 1, 2, 3, boom. Okay, now I'm back. This is the circle. This is how big it's gonna be. He's not lined up. Yeah, they are. I just want to make sure. Yeah, my biggest fear is that this isn't lined up. But yeah, I was like trying to figure out the dimensions of the circle, and I think this is perfect. Because I plan to expand out and have a bunch of other little builds, and I thought it was cool. Like I have a waterfall over here. I have this kind of little nook over here, which I was thinking could be the mines. Right? I have this over here. That could be something. That could be where the statues go. They're pretty sick. Have them like one on this side, one on this side, one over here. And then that's my little house right here just for now, where I put my bed and stuff. I harvest this so often. I think it's really looking good. And like I said, I'm gonna cut back in when I have it dug out. Here I go. Okay, I'm back. This is the progress I've done. Yeah, my Vita is gonna die. It's a low percentage, but what we've gotten done so far. And this thing's gonna be huge. Like I think I'm gonna go about 10 blocks down. I'm gonna start the glass here, and then the rest of this is gonna be water. I want to have like an underground like pool effect, and then in the middle I'm gonna have like the entrance into my base. So I'm gonna have some bridges like kind of going across. That's why these blocks are here. I had to remove one for the thumbnail. Taking a screenshot. Okay. It's also so I keep it centered when I start building like other things. Yeah. Here. If you guys enjoyed this video, thank you. And I will see you later. You guys take care. Bye.
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Ah!